Well, so far today I've been screwing off. Made this little holder for these dies and punches for that deep throat punch, and so I've got these. I've got this kit. It's U.S. Tool hand rivet squeezer. I've had for several years, and this is the rivet squeezer. And right now I've got some flat dies in it because I've been putting in flat-headed rivets for nut plates, and so anyway, I bought this kit, and it came with these different rivet sets for different sizes of rivets. Basically the universal head rivets are different sizes. And it came with one flat die. It might have come with two flat dies. But anyway, a few years ago I was putting in some rivets into some of these countersink washers like this, only smaller. This is number 10. I was doing it in a number 6 into a fiberglass panel. And so I needed a die that would fit down into this countersink, and a regular flat-headed die wouldn't work. It was too wide, so I ground this flat-headed die down to fit in there, to set those into that recess, to set those rivets in that countersunk washer. Well, it makes it kind of hard to do anything else with it other than that, unless it's in a tight spot. So we ran into that last year when we were doing some repairs on the baffling in the airplane, and needed another flat-headed die. So I bought this little kit, and from JAT Supply, they make it up, and it could be polished up a little better, but it's okay. Anyway, I've been using it, and come in this little block, and these dies that come with this tool just come loose in that bag. You shake them out all the time. Plus, then I bought these other dies, a set of dies this year. They're for countersinking into the sheet metal to match up with countersink or flat-headed rivets, to make a dimple in sheet metal for the countersink rivets, or countersink screws for that matter. I used them on these L brackets, or trim panels that I've put in the baggage compartment of the Super Cub for countersink and punching dimples in that for the countersink screws to fit in there. So anyway, those are just, again, loose in bags, and this little kit came in this plastic, I don't know whether it's UHMW or Delron or whatever it is, but little plastic holder. So I thought I got this piece of plastic here last year out of the scrap bin up in Anchorage at the plastic place where we bought the plexiglass for the windows for the Cub. So I thought I'd go ahead and lay out a pattern on here just like this one has, and make a little bracket for all of these dies, so I get them all better organized so you can just grab them and go. Well, I screwed up the first time I laid this out on this side. I made a nice beautiful pattern, but I got the wrong drill bit. Instead of checking it, I just pulled it out of the bit holder that I made and trusted to the marks on the bit holder, and it was too big, so these dies sets don't fit in there quite right. So I went back and did it again and laid it out on this side, and laid it out in a little different pattern so the holes miss each other, and I went and checked the drill bit, and it fits perfect that time. So I'll go ahead and chamfer these holes on this side now, and then clean that marks up on that. I cut this off on the bandsaw, and it makes kind of a rough edge, and I smoothed up the edges and turned them over a little bit, just radiused them a little bit on the disc sander, and it's typical plastic. It just Leaves kind of a mess there with. Now take these dies and there we go. Now I don't have to spill those out. It's going to be, we did have them all contained in one spot in this bag right here, but you had to dump the whole bag out and everything to get them out of there, and then they go rolling all over the place. So this will keep them all contained in one nice unit, and don't have to go hunting for them every time.